The Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Bucks Braun into the class of 2011.
Our next honoree is a man who's been behind the microphone for over 25 years, working at many radio stations and doing commercials. I just found out that it was Nan Whaley's husband's father. I didn't realize that. All those years, guys. My goodness. He's one of the outstanding community servants, as you'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, Bucks Braun.
Bucks Braun's broadcast time behind the microphone is priceless. His career began in Cincinnati, then on to Athens, Louisville, Florida, Mississippi, Phoenix, and Dayton. That's a career spanning over 25 years, but hold up, he's not finished yet. He is currently the morning drive host for radio station WBZI, has been since January of 2004. His face is well known in the Dayton community, in large part because he has been so involved in the Dayton community, giving of his time wherever and whenever he can.
Great community record man for years here in the Dayton area, and works with the veterans and a lot of other great things.
Well, without a doubt, Bucks Braun is one of the hardest working guys in radio. He used to show up. I met Bucks probably in the middle 80s when he came to WONE, and he started doing the overnights, and it wasn't long till he was doing the morning show. And once on the morning show, Bucks would show up in the middle of the night, already dressed in a suit, ready for business.
I enjoy getting up early in the morning. It's something I've done for many years. When I was growing up back in Ludlow, my grandfather had a peddling wagon. Braun's store at your door. And we drove this converted old school bus around through all the neighborhoods in Ludlow, West Covington, Kentucky, that area, selling fruits and vegetables. And we had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the farmer's market to load up. And I have been getting up at that hour ever since.
When it came to the on-air product, it was always stellar. And when it came to someone who is out in the public with a smile and a handshake, he was the consummate pro. One of the best pitchmen that I've ever encountered in the business, and without a doubt, one of the great guys of the radio business, and as an announcer, a great co-worker. But once I moved to the sales side of things, I made a few bucks off Bucks too.
Since 1970, in Louisville, Kentucky, Bucks became involved in the ongoing fundraising efforts for Shriners hospitals around the country. In Orlando, Bucks accompanied ill children on angel flights. In Dayton, Bucks was honorary member of the Shriners in recognition of those efforts. Bucks is also a leader in the area of support for our nation's veterans, as he twice has been recognized by the Veterans Chapter 97 of Dayton.
Bucks Braun is the most educated person I've ever met as far as radio business is concerned. I've known him for over 20 years. I've worked with him for 20 years. In fact, I was working with him this morning. He started business when he was 16 years old and has been in it all this time, and he's been in the radio business 46 years. He's fantastic. He knows exactly what he's going to say. He doesn't read anything when he's doing a commercial. He knows it by heart. He's a first-class radio person.
Bucks also strongly supported the walk against birth defects. On 2 occasions, Bucks was selected to speak by the city of Dayton at events in honor of the victims of the 9/11 attacks.
Over several years, Bucks appeared on the Children's Miracle Network local telecasts in support of Children's Medical Center in Dayton. He is now involved with the Young Marines of the Miami Valley in a special project also in support of Children's Medical Center, and appeared with those Young Marines at the facility in January of '09. Bucks has been named a Red Cross Hometown Hero for fundraising efforts in Greene County in '04 and '05. In '06, Bucks was recognized for fundraising efforts on behalf of United Rehabilitation in Dayton. In the early 1990s, Bucks was celebrated by Cystic Fibrosis Foundation for fundraising appearances over a multi-year span in Dayton. Since January 2000, Bucks has been the MC of the annual Xenia Education Endowment Hall of Fame banquet and induction ceremony. Throughout his career, Bucks has also emceed hundreds of events for a multitude of civic organizations and has spoken at scores of service organization meetings, always pro bono. My cousin Bucks has the attitude that, if you ask, I'll be there to help.
The Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Bucks Braun into the class of 2011.
Well, those who know me would be surprised to hear that I sometimes like to go to the racetrack. I love Vegas. I'll sit down at a church festival and try to beat the priest next to me to an inside straight. And I always say, I don't have any luck. But then when I think about it, I have been so lucky and so blessed to have been able to be in this business for 46 years and 23 years here in this market. I've been a very, very lucky person, and tonight is just a part of that. I have had the good luck to get started in a small town. It was kind of like its own Mayberry. It was close to Cincinnati, but a million miles away, a little place called Ludlow, Kentucky. The day I was born in 1949, the city limit sign to Ludlow said it had 5,117 people. If you go down Kentucky 8 these days and pass that city limit sign, it will say Ludlow has 5,117 people. My dad used to say that that's because every time a kid was born, some guy left town. I was born to a wonderful family, a great mom and dad, grandparents, and it was because of my Uncle Bob Braun. And it was so nice to see your son Rob as a part of this tonight. It was because of my Uncle Bob Braun that I became interested in broadcasting. It was because when I was 5 or 6 years old, Bob was still single then. He always had a brand new convertible and a good-looking woman with him, and I thought, this is the business for me. I've been very, very fortunate to have my great family, my wife Deborah here tonight, my children Sam and Sarah Braun. I've been so blessed to work for some wonderful people and work with them. In this market, I have worked with the two finest radio station general managers that I have ever worked with and I've ever heard about. One of them is a past honoree here. Deborah Peretti is here with us tonight. And the fellow I work for now, Joe Mullins, who took the old-fashioned idea that the radio stations had when I was a kid growing up listening to them, and that you could get on the air and not have a lot of fancy gimmicks or big promotions, that you could just play the music people wanted to hear and talk to them and do commercials one-on-one. And has turned that around from a radio station he bought in 1995 using a banjo that he pawned as down payment for it, into a 4 radio station network, and one that has been noted around the country. Joe is one of the finest bluegrass musicians in the country, and that's where he is tonight, all picking at a festival in Virginia. I've been very, very lucky to have also been able to work with some great clients, some people that I have been hired to represent on the radio. One of them is also here tonight. I've been doing commercials for this man for 23 years. And maybe someday someone like him ought to be honored by this group as well. He has advertised continuously on the radio in this market for 60+ years. That's Jim Miller from Jim Miller First. Need a new bedroom outfit, Jim. Thank you all so very, very much. I certainly appreciate this honor so much. It means a lot to me and my family, and I thank you.